It seems from your expressions that you still ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I suggest that you fully prepare yourself.
The criteria for certificate exams are straightforward enough. What it really comes down to is whether you are willing to put in the time. If you study and practice, then it's really not that difficult.
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But what if there's a chance?
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the... Oh, so you're adventurers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers. They disappeared too quickly. Right.
So you'd like...
Exactly. You're right on the Mora. So...
Yeah, we're just...
Well, I'm glad...
But don't we just need to investigate...
No, you mustn't let your guard down. Yes, you're both the story our parents...
A child eating water?
My father would always describe it as a... Even though the tales vary regard... And once it finds... But what if the fairy tale was inspired? Well, I wouldn't call it evidence.
So you mean someone really...
It's all hearsay, so it's... Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were... Is it really so...
why does
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water.
study in mind.
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look, there are some footprints over there. These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and... Wait! Did you hear something just...
Paimon? Traveler? I'm sorry.
Vermine!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp! Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say?
Huh? You know that name too?
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated. My employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy. Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp?
Yeah, but, she made It's alright, though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and...
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate.
The fish? These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. So, all that about the disappear...
So that's how it was? That actually...
Yes, I think that...
Whew. So in the end, it was just Framine. Paimon spent all this time...
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for... Thank you.
Actually, how much work do you still have?
Thanks for offering.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companion?
But... don't...
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out. Even though if we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back. Exactly, so if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish...
Is that what Huh. I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Thelxie! Are you there? So that's Fremine's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd it's not really anywhere
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
I wanted to install a language output module. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written. No, there's no... I have 2 other things I'd like your help with.
That doesn't sound...
The others shouldn't take too long either. You'll...
A weapon?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand. Like that...
What an imaginative employer! Naming
Well, regardless of his role or species...
Whoa! Thelxie just said something again!
He can react to certain key words, but
That's a pity. But anyway...
Sounds good. Here we go. I have this testing manual. Want to give it a try? Okay.
It was on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached.
We've taken on a lot of similar
Then let's move on to the underwater part. Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used... Okay, that's good.
Time to act. time to act.
It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search. This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and... Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought...
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estrée. I must have kept you waiting.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not...
Oh, they're two of...
Yes, I see. I suppose...
It's really nice to meet you, Madame d'Estrée. Are you Fremine's...
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable.
Oh,
Friends like you. Then perhaps he wouldn't have become so
obsessed with...
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request.
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just...
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so...
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation in. Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince...
Infatuated?
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind, instead of singing to abduct children, the water...
Huh. So he wanted to become
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely.
Oh, no.
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon...
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the Traveler, and she won't settle for a
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son. But since the disorder is rare...
Huh?
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply.
Then what is he...
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger.
Amazing! Your son came up with all...
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever let...
this?
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions.
My poor child can no longer differentiate between.
Perhaps in his mind.
What? So that's what you meant.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly...
So Zuria's son also saw Felxie as a penguin. Aww.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book.
The picture book? Why does Femine need to make...
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a... But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you...
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked...
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of...
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance.
So we'll be playing it straight? Or,
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to be... We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water.
Understood. There's also one last thing.
That's great news. I must thank you all. All right, everyone.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady.
Let's discuss that over.
Body and mind.
What is it from?
This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome. If things don't quite turn out as we wish...
Femine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden?
It's not that I'm not optimistic.
Ah, so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking...
No. Please don't misunderstand. They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. And from the cases I've seen, there...
What? It could get...
Yeah, that's just the nature of it.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen...
Really?
Yeah! After all, we'll just be using a toy as Felxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps.
Well, I think it should... But if we can help him regain control and...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now.
Well, maybe because I have also had many of my own dreams in the past.
What Penguin Town? What is it? Hey, what?
It's just a peaceful place with lots of penguin residents. And Pear is the town's
Pear? But didn't you...
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me.
Feminine.
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. It might just be hidden.
Specific times?
Yeah.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your...
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing... I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet.
Really? Like a miracle?
Well, if that's in order.
Hey, now's not the time! Femine still has Felxie's weapon to...
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. Thanks for all of your help.